What I want to do is create a series, episodes, or parts of videos going forward using supply and demand, talking about setups that I actually take on either the Emini futures or maybe the ES or gold futures. Just basically showing you trade setups that I've taken, and we're going to go over two that I took on Friday. And both of those were supply setups, okay, not demand. But because I am a supply and demand style trader, that's what we're primarily going to be going over and talking. Now, the purpose of the series or episodes of which I'm going to create here is just basically to show you or to basically provide this information, because maybe you have a goal as a trader, especially someone as a beginner that wants to fulfill a lifetime achievement. Maybe you have a life goal that you're looking to reach. For myself, that is putting away, say, enough capital to be able to retire someday. You know, I'm still young enough to where, you know, I can build up and continue investing and day trading into the markets and other things that I have going on outside of just trading. But the goal is to be able to retire and have enough to be able to live comfortable, right? Now, I could stop today if I wanted to, but I'm just not quite to where I want to personally be. So maybe you are trying to obtain or reach a certain level in life, achieve a certain dream goal of yours, that you can, maybe retire off of. Maybe you're looking to possibly buy that dream home that you want to down at the end of the road somewhere, not meaning down the road from where you stay at, but down the line, next 10 years, a 5-year plan that you may have, or 20-year plan you may have. You want to kind of position yourself in a different area to where maybe you want to retire at. Okay, a lot of people, they end up leaving the north, coming to the south. Maybe want to come from colder climates to warmer climates. But whatever it is that your goal is in life, for me, it's about retiring and being able to put away enough capital in that pot of gold to which I can live off of and support and allow my family to live comfortably too. So doing this is very possible by scalping, the E-mini futures. All right, each and every day is primarily what I do because I'm looking at the equities, and I like gold. I've been kind of following that lately, and coming into 2025, I'll probably start trading that more. Now, the setups in which I want to talk about, primarily, we're going to cover them now. Both of them were supply setups. And what it all boiled down to be was I'm looking at direction of the market. I talk about focusing on market structure on a daily basis. Looking to see, are we making higher highs and higher lows? Reversing, making lower lows and lower highs, breaking structure to try to get an idea of which way we need to trade. Pretty much primarily, since the beginning of December, we've been bullish to the upside. Most of the indices have. We have been making higher highs, okay? You can see it. We got a nice little dip here. Then we made a new high here, higher low, and then higher high. So when I saw that coming from December the 12th into the 13th trading session, I was primarily focused on looking for longs because we just took out a major high right here, made a higher low, and then we ran up and made a new high, okay? So the high from yesterday or Friday's trading session is at 21,908. Now, when the market reached this high, what it did was it broke structure here, okay? All right, which was the high from December the 11th. It broke structure on December the 13th, breaking right here, created a new high. We got a little pullback here, breaking above this high here, the area structure, and made a new high. So I'm still interested in going long until the market kind of plateaus and tells me differently. It could be multiple wicks at the top, creating an area of resistance to where the market is possibly trying to reject from going higher, and now we're looking to fold. Right here, we can see a bullish candle followed up by this bearish candle here on my higher base chart. Now, I trade using the 120 and the 24 range charts. However, on whatever charts you use, maybe use time-based, tick, or volume, stick with what's working for you. It's all about being able to understand the flow of the market. Now, we are bullish, okay? I'm going to say that right now. But what I saw on my lower base chart, my 24 range, is where the market started to change direction, okay? To where we went from a bullish approach on the lower base chart to a bearish approach. Now, even though we are still bullish on the higher base, you may be saying, Mike, I know you always talk about only looking for setups. Whatever's going on the higher base chart follows suit with that on the lower base charts. Yes. But that doesn't mean that you have to all times, because sometimes you may need to kind of force the envelope a little bit if you want to try to find trade setups. So what I'll do is I'll look to see if the market is going to maybe take out some structure on the lower base chart, meaning breaking, minor structure to the downside, creating a flow to where we now are breaking structure lower, okay, taking out some lows, and then look for a pullback. So again, yes, we're counter trend or going against the grain of the higher base chart, but trading in the direction of the lower base chart. So higher base is showing us we're bullish, but when I look down at my 24 range, this same area right here, which I see that first and foremost, this was an area of structure right here. The market broke slightly below it. Okay, you can see that there, in which it left behind, there's an area of supply right here. Now, typically speaking, the first structure breaks to the downside to where we're taking out structure to the left-hand side of the chart, which is a minor structure break here. You can look for an opportunity to take a trade, in this case here, to go short. Okay, and especially if we get like, I talk about the same type, let me move this down a little bit. Okay, let's bring it a little lower. The same type flow of the market to where we see like if it's making a higher low, and then a higher high, and then it comes down, and then we break structure right here. Okay, it can pull back and test this area, say, of supply right here. But a full-on reversal is going to typically look where you have a high, higher low, higher high, comes down, breaks the first area of structure to the left, and then makes a pullback, not breaking or taking out the previous high, which would be a major break to the upside or high. And then it comes down and makes a break of structure below here. So we broke below here, right here, and we say we broke below here. 2 breaks of structure to the downside. This is basically like a head and shoulder type pattern. One shoulder, head, second shoulder, breaking structure to the downside. That's going to let us know the market is more than likely reversing, and trying to move downward, for a period of time. Okay. When you see that type of pattern, especially on the E-mini futures or whatever market it is that you're actually looking to trade, typically the market's probably going to move in that direction for a period of time. Now, this is the first area of structure that's breaking to the downside, to the left-hand side. Yes, we have a supply area resting right here. Let me mark this correctly so you can see it right here. There is a gap attached to that area of supply back to the top, okay? Because it did break this area of structure right below here. Now, again, what I'd like to really see would be this approach here where it's comes down again, a lower high, and then break structure again. Okay, now that's going to be another break of structure. Basically, shoulder, head, shoulder right here is going to give us that structure break, that we're looking to the downside for a trend reversal type pattern. Okay, and hopefully that makes sense. But typically speaking, like I said, the first break of structure where it's breaking structure to the left-hand side, the first minor break of structure is going to be a strong indication that they may be trying to look or move lower. So I waited for the pullback right here, tap into the zone. Okay, so let's bring this up a little bit right here. Okay, and as you can see right here, there may have been like 2 ticks, 1 tick gap from where it didn't tap directly into the zone. Now, this is the point to where you have to be, try to make a decision. Am I going to wait for the full on tap, or I'm going to just go ahead and get an aggressive? I got an aggressive because what I saw was they rejected on the first candle right here, right? So I was waiting to see if they're going to come back and fill that gap right there on that next bullish candle to the upside. They didn't. What they did was they created this first bearish candle with the wick, bullish candle, which could not push up any higher, and then a second bearish candle right here, wicking and not taking out this last bearish candle that it formed. That gave me enough confidence with 2 rejection off these bullish candles that they're probably going to go ahead and shoot lower. So I went in aggressive. Got in on the break, basically below this last bullish candle right here around, I think it was 893, maybe being a little bit lower. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to show the video of the actual trade that I took. And I posted this trade over on our Discord. If you're interested in joining the Discord, it's free. The link is down in the description portion of the video. But trade setups like this, I have tons of them where I break down, probably a year's worth of them. If you're interested in becoming an elite member, okay? I don't have a mentorship program or a training program. You can learn and understand the same type setups and follow these same type setups and take them yourself. If you want to become an elite member, just for $6.99, you will receive tons of trade breakdown videos where I go in great depth and I walk you through these setups, talking about structure, talking about where to take profit from, talking about where to place your stop at, talking about, just giving you the full-on rundown of what to look for, what I was looking for on these setups. But you also get the trade break, you also get the trade break, you do get the trade breakdown videos, but you also get the video content surrounding market structure, okay? I did a great video on that just as well. For anyone that's struggling with market structure, there it is, okay? It's part of that subscription plan, which is if you want to become an elite member. It's only $6.99, okay? And it's basically a tier-based program through NinjaTrader, okay? They offer content creators like myself that are able to give back to community members like you, okay? Perks and rewards. So you receive the trade breakdowns, the video playlist, and a great video that I covered on market structure. When it comes to the trade breakdown videos, there are tons of them to walk you through because you're going to need to see that. And if you just pay attention to those type videos, you will catch on and understand the strategy and how I trade. If you don't, then I'm not sure what's going on there. But for anyone who wants to become an elite member, the link is down in the description portion of the video. Just click on it. Again, it's very inexpensive. It's only $6.99. I'm not here to break the bank or charge hundreds or thousands of dollars for any type of trading course. I just want to basically share what I know for, you're supporting my efforts as a content creator by doing so, okay? And I'm there to give back something that could be very life-changing for yourself, all right? So again, the link is there if you want to join or not. But anyways, pulling back to this area right here, I went in aggressive to the downside, okay? And as you can see, the market from there, it just moved to the downside. So let's go ahead. I want to show you the video clip on this trade right quick. I think it was like a 15-point gain there, and then we'll look at the next video. So you can see I'm going for the trade setup right here, and it comes down. Okay, so that was like a 16-point move right there, 15 and a half, 16-point move. Again, it comes back. We're like it's a few ticks away, maybe 2 ticks away, and then it comes to the downside. I was just aiming for to scalp the market. Now, one thing what you can do, people always ask where to hold the trade to. Well, if you look to what's going on the left-hand side right here, there are plenty of gaps that need to be filled. Right here. Bullish direction to the upside. The market needs to fill these gaps coming back. Now, we don't know at all times that it's going to fill every one of these gaps because these are fair value gaps back up to the upside. It may come in, fill 2 of them, pull back, and then continue to the downside and breaking lower. If you see here, there's a lot of low volume right here. That's also that plays a major part to the market maybe wanting to fill this area here, and that it does. It continues running lower. If we look at took place here, it filled in all these gaps to the downside, okay, before it tapped into, basically some area of structure below to where it rejected it, all right? So moving on to the next trade setup right quick. Let's do that. The market was running lower at this point here, okay? So it made a minor structure break to the downside. So it did that reverse of what we talk about, okay? It made that setup to where you have a shoulder, head, shoulder, fall right here. Broke structure to the downside, took out this area structure, took out this area structure. At that point, we're bullish, right? So we run lower, okay, as you can see, we run lower there. And as you can see, we continue pushing lower. Now, I'm still bullish because the market hasn't really broken any area structure back to the upside on the higher base chart. On the lower base, yes, it has, okay? But we're still bullish on the higher base chart. So it makes a high, higher low. It does break structure here. It is breaking some areas to the upside here, but pay attention to what took place right here. When it made this high right here, it made a high, higher low, slightly broke structure above right here, but what it did was take out and wick this area of liquidity right here. Now, typically you can look for a short at this time here because the market likes to, if you see it grabbing areas of liquidity, basically where the market is not breaking and closing above and it just wicks an area or a high or a low out, in this case here a high, is probably going to want to move back in the opposite direction. But I want to see more confirmation as well. Now the confirmation, yes, we are already bearish on the higher base chart. Lower base is wicking out. It's making a high, it's wicking out, grabbing liquidity. But look what it does here. It comes back down and breaks below this area of structure right here. Now it grabbed a high, sweeping it, grabbing liquidity, breaking structure, creating this area right here, all right? Pulls back this area, the small area of supply right here, and you could have taken a trade right there. Now I didn't take that trade right there. I just want to show you that that was an opportunity to look for an entry point to actually go short. This is the trade right here that I took. It was in this area right here. There was a supply area right here, okay? As you can see what's going on here, let's go to the higher base chart real quick, all right? So yeah, we actually, right here, we made a high, a higher low, and then we're starting to get ready to break structure back to the upside. But before it actually did that, as you can see on the lower base chart, so we're still bearish, okay? We are still bearish at this point because the market, even though we're making, we push lower right here, these would be like minor areas of structure, breaks back to the upside here. It did push up here, pull back. Let's see what time this was. This was around 1221. The market on the higher base chart hasn't really started. Let me pull this up, guys. Sorry about that. I had it down here, so it's too long. Started breaking structure back to the upside quite yet. All right, so we're still bearish. So what I saw was, okay, the market pulled back here on the 24 range chart. Let's delete that. 24 range chart. Yeah, we did start pushing back higher on the 24 range chart. Say if you want to say back to the upside here. But then it made a low here. Okay. And when it came down here, it actually broke some structure back to the downside right there. And if you see when it made this high up here, it actually grabbed this area of liquidity right here and then came down, broke a little bit of structure below off the swing here. So this was an area of supply. It made a run here, aggressive selling to the downside, swept liquidity from the tops right here. Okay. We're still, bearish on the higher base chart, pulls back. There's a gap attached to that area of supply right there. And this is where I got into the trade. I was in it just a little bit late here. I'm going to show you the setup. Not setup, but the trade I took the video on it. But if you see here, it pulls back, and this trade I posted over in the Discord too, and I recaptured it in when I recorded it, so you can see the trade. Pulls back, supply, boom, get the rejection, break it, close of the candle, and you go short. All right. It doesn't start to really change direction until we get this first structure break to the upside right here, where it breaks above this high at 758, which is this high right here. Okay, so we're still kind of moving sideways right here, but we're breaking minor area structure down, going lower, and then breaking back to the upside. So we're kind of in, in consolidation in a sense of moving sideways. If you notice things like that, you don't have experience trading consolidation areas where the market's kind of, in between a major low and a major high, just stay out of the market until it really kind of tells you and gives you, more of a clearer picture. But anyways, I saw what was going on and it rejected this area of supply and I took my shot going short. This is the trade right here that I'm going to show you. Let me go ahead and get the video up. Run it. And here we go. Setup right here. And it was a beautiful trade. I think it was like a 34 or 36 point move right here. Okay. I was moving my stop down accordingly. As price was moving lower right here. Okay. So here it comes. It was like a 36. Okay, so yeah, it was like a 36 or 37 point trade. Let me stop that because it's going back to the actual first trade that I took. All right, so anyways, running down, picked up 36 points off that setup right there. Beautiful, beautiful setup. So you really only need maybe about 20, 25 points a day, okay, if you're trading the Nasdaq or to really build up an account to make, $500+ a day. And that's really good money because you're talking about the end of the week. If you're doing that consistently, then that's $2,500 a week. That's going to put you on about 10 grand a month, 120 on a year. I mean, to be able to do that in less than an hour a day, I mean, nobody's really making that kind of money when it comes to, if you equate, dollar for dollar based upon the time period of what you're spending. If you're looking at on an hour's time based in 1 hour, you're making $500 to $1,000. Like, I mean, that's like, professional type money that most people who are attorneys or, getting paid in the realm of doctors and things like that. But be able to do this at the comfort of your own home, it just becomes with a matter of being consistent and patiently enough to understand the trade setups. Again, like I said, my dream goal here is to reach a level to where I can retire by building up a portfolio by what I do here and investing in other things to, where I have money set to put aside so I can live off of, for one, because this is a business for me. I don't have, to where I'm able to invest into a 401k in the nature of a business match and things like that. Or insurance. I have to pay for all that stuff out of pocket. So I have to understand what I'm doing here, creating a business model around what I'm doing to be able to be comfortably put away and reach a life's or a goal of mine. Okay. And that dollar amount is going to be set different for each and every person. All right. I'm not one to spend big bucks on big homes and shiny and flashy cars and all that stuff. That's just not me. I prefer to build up and be able to take care of family and have enough in savings to one day to be able to retire off of, and that should be anyone and everyone's dream goal, to be able to have enough put away till you can comfortably live and be able to purchase and buy anything that you would love to in life. I'm not saying go out here and buy a bunch of Lambos or Ferraris and $5 million homes. That's not my lifestyle. Okay. If that's yours and that's your dream, then shoot for it. Okay. But outside of that, that's what I want to share with you guys today. This is going to be the first part of the episode and trying to reach a life's dream, okay, of whatever that goal may be for yourself. Okay, that's why I'm going to kind of caption that in the title is about reaching a lifetime dream goal of yours, whatever that may be. Mine is, trying to retire comfortably early enough, and whatever your goal is, it should be. But I'm here to show you these type of setups because that's what it's centered around. Doing this each and every day to reach that dream goal, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're not a current subscriber, please go ahead and sub by clicking that subscribe button down below. Forgive me for that. I hit my desk. But also make sure to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss any of the uploads here on the channel by simply clicking the bell once you click the subscribe button. Outside of that, that's pretty much, I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, the Discord link and the link to become an elite member are both down in the description portion of the video. Scroll down, you'll see it there. And if you do me the biggest favor, I'll continue making video content like this because I want to create multiple episodes or parts, to this. Do me the biggest favor and click on the like button. If you want to see more video content where I'm breaking these trade setups down like this, and I'm sure they're going to help tons of individuals like this, go ahead and click that like button right now. Appreciate it. Take care. See you in the next one.